Hola amigos y amigas, aquí estamos de nuevo con Sherlock Holmes. Hola amigos y amigas, aquí estamos de nuevo con Sherlock Holmes. Hola amigos y amigas, aquí estamos de Perdón, me estaba escuchando a mí mismo. Digo que estábamos aquí con Sherlock Holmes, crímenes y castigos, un nuevo caso. ¿Qué es lo que nos deparará ahora? Va, mira de tiempo, ¿eh? Abril, aguas 1000. Madre mía. Vamos a ello. Un momentito, por favor, a ver. La carta está sobre la mesa, Holmes. ¿Sobre qué mesa? ¿Cuál de todas? Esta mesa de aquí no la veo. Ahí. Que poco me gusta. A ver, que hay muchas mesas aquí. Esta mesa. Muy bien. La carta... El 221B de Baker Street, London. Sherlock Holmes de... Oh, Brackenstall.
The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Vale.
A wax seal with the monogram E.B. A wax...
Vale, pero... ¿Qué? ¿No la quieres?
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
A ver. Abbey Grange, Marsham, Kent, 3:30 de la mañana. Mi querido señor Holmes, me gustaría mucho poder contar cuanto antes con su ayuda en lo que promete ser un caso de lo más extraordinario. Parece que entra lleno en su especialidad. Aparte de dejar libre a la señora, procuraré que todo se mantenga exactamente como lo encontré, pero le ruego que no pierda un instante, porque es difícil dejar aquí a Sir Eustace. Le saluda atentamente el inspector Lestrade. Vale. Pues...
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always. It appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the EB monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
Se le cae la cabeza. Espérate, ahora nos vamos. Primero, cartas. Un escándalo colosal azota a la alta sociedad. El célebre y notable arqueólogo Sir Rodney Bedcliffe, orgullo de nuestra nación, ha sido hallado muerto. El asesinato tuvo lugar en los baños romanos de Strand Lane, el lugar donde el arqueólogo llevaba a cabo su más reciente investigación. Pero lo más importante es que el asesinato de Sir Rodney fue cometido por su antiguo amigo y colega Percival Blinkhorn. La sentencia de muerte es el único castigo posible para un villano de tal calaña. Vale. Upa. Nos vamos. Abbey Grange. Vamos allá. Venga, toca diálogos. Madre mía, qué pedazo de cuadros.
Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid, Teresa Wright.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Vale.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
Hawthorne,
Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
Hurricane,
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall. Baron Lyndon Brackenstall. Lord George Brackenstall. The Brackenstall family seems rather austere.
Vaya, precisamente no quería ir donde ella. Ah, pero bueno, no pasa nada.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Vamos a ver las marcas y todo. Primero, cardenales, muy bien. Segundo, ¿qué me ha marcado aquí? Mejillas pálidas. No hay sudor. Vestido elegante, la alianza y cardenales viejos.
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard. But you can see for yourself in the dining room.
Bueno, yo creo que la plata es una excusa, ¿no?
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk. And he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you... Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Uy, maja, eso no dice nada bueno de ti, ¿eh?
Your ladyship?
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Vale. Teresa, ¿qué tiene usted que decir?
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
A ver. Esa mirada... Qué raro se te haya caído el café, ¿no?
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
No encaja muy bien las horas, ¿no? En la que dice ella que estuvieron y las horas que dice ella que tardó. No parece concordar, ¿verdad? Mira la mancha de café en la mesa. Una, 2, 3 tazas. Igual en el suelo. Pues no encuentro nada. A ver, más acá. Oh, arañazos.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
Oh, la caja fuerte.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
My lady. La caja fuerte, por favor. No vamos a cobrar el trabajo ya por adelantado.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship? Let us try to open this safe.
Vamos a ver.
This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
A ver. Este. Bueno, pues no ha sido tan complicado. Mucho dinero.
It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
Ya, ¿verdad? Si hubieran venido
Antique
a por
coins
dinero,
are possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
habrían venido aquí directamente. A ver, informe médico. Sir Eustace, su actual estado físico y mental es muy preocupante. Muestra graves signos de descomposición hepática. La última vez que le visité, sus ojos estaban inyectados en sangre y su piel tenía un color amarillento. El particular olor que despide su aliento es muy común en las personas que sufren del hígado. Además, sufre de los abscesos en los pulmones que ya hemos discutido. Los calambres en las piernas los causan alteración del sistema nervioso, que a su vez está causada por el exceso de alcohol. Lo mismo ocurre con los temblores. Su hígado estaba muy rígido la última vez que lo examiné, signo de que su cirrosis empeora. También muestra síntomas de ascitis, fluido en la capacidad peritoneal, a juzgar por su vientre hinchado. El dolor bajo su costado izquierdo indica una dolencia pancreática, que puede derivar en una mortal pancreatitis fulminante. Su estado puede suponer peligro para otras personas. El consumo excesivo de alcohol rebaja su autocontrol y aumenta su agresividad. Estoy a su disposición para asistirle con este problema. Existen distintos tratamientos que podemos aplicar. Borracho. Vamos ahora con la señora otra vez.
Oh,
¿No?
what a horrible...
¿Y con ella? Con ella sí.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behaviour.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was especially hard for her.
Pobrecita.
Oh, what a horrible
No
thing
quieres
to
saber
have
más.
happened.
Entonces aquí ya hemos terminado, ¿no? No. Todavía tengo que investigar más aquí, ¿eh? De todas formas... Esa mancha de café...
These scratches are most
Sí, sí,
definitely
sí.
made by the picture frame.
Oh, qué notas. Notas rotas, parece, ¿no? A ver, aquí. Que antes no me dejaba. A ver, ¿qué dice el periódico? The Times. Floreciente negocio familiar. La banda de los Randall está de vuelta. Hace menos de 15 días, esta infame familia de ladrones, conocido como los Randall, hizo su reaparición por medio de una brutal pero exitosa intrusión en una de las casas más adineradas de Sydenham. La policía está tras su pista, aunque los detalles del crimen continúan siendo confidenciales, incluido el nombre de la víctima. Un testigo pudo proporcionar una descripción precisa de los tres hombres, lo que sin duda permitirá a la policía completar su perfil de esta familia de delincuentes. Nos tomamos la libertad de recordarles a nuestros estimados lectores que esta banda es sumamente peligrosa y a continuación reproducimos su descripción más exacta hasta la fecha. La banda lleva un tiempo considerable en activo y se trata de una familia que consta de 3 miembros, un padre y sus 2 hijos. El padre, Jack Randall, es un hombre de unos 40 años, ya canoso, de estatura y constitución medias. Es el cerebro tras los golpes y mantiene el control de sus 2 hijos, que son de una edad similar aunque muy distintos de aspecto. El hijo mayor, William Randall, es alto y ancho de hombros, con una cabeza desproporcionadamente pequeña. El menor, Melvin Randall, tiene una constitución algo más débil y es delgado como un rastrillo. Se busca a la banda no únicamente por sus frecuentes robos con escala, sino también por su carrera en la piratería de una brutalidad excepcional, que desarrollaron antes de su regreso a Inglaterra. Manténgase alerta y que sus objetos de valor permanezcan a salvo.
The description of
Qué
the
oportuno,
Randall
¿eh?
gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
¿Verdad? Que es súper oportuno.
Oh, what a horrible...
My mistress.
Veamos. Ay, mierda. Jo, perdón. Me he vuelto a salir de... ¿Quieres verlo otro? A ver si también relaciona. Y no, vale. Y... no, así, este ya está. Entonces ahora, a ver. Vale. No hay nada más. Aquí, oh, la mesilla. A ver, ¿qué tenemos aquí? La foto. Dos mujeres, que son
This
estas
photograph
dos,
of
¿no?
Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
O sea, aquí lo pondrá. A ver. Gibraltar.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Ya está, ¿eh? ¿Hay alguna relación? Sí. Bueno, eso ya lo veremos. No lo tengo nada claro todavía. A ver qué me dice ella.
Oh, what a
No,
horrible...
My
y tampoco. Pues no sé, yo creo que aquí ya hemos terminado. No me deja seleccionar nada nuevo. La mesa ya hemos terminado. La mesilla no me dice nada. En el suelo no hay nada. Me extraña la mancha de café que hay en la mesa. Me canija. Bueno, pues veamos. Ya está. Vale. Vamos al...
The body is still in the dining room where the murder took
Vale.
place.
Pues
The
ábreme.
body
No me... ¿No es ahí? ¿Es aquí? Ah, es aquí.
You
Vamos
should
a
examine the
ver.
body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Vale, voy. Vamos a inspeccionarlo primero. ¿Qué ven mis ojos?
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me. A fur trader's cabin. So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Vamos a ver la cabeza.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow. That must be the murder weapon. Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon.
Sí, lo que no entiendo es que no lo usara.
Barefoot, he had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress. It is covered
De
in
sangre.
blood, Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
O que salpicar hacia ahí.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle. An inseparable pair indeed. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
Esta sí. Tiene pozos.
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear.
O que tuviera algo y se haya pegado ahí.
Chateau Calon-Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru. A fur trader's cabin. A deer hunt.
Cacería con Z, madre mía. A ver, de cazar, ¿qué esperamos? Hay un cuadro, quiero verlo.
A hunter scene.
Parece que les mola la caza por aquí, ¿no? Vamos a ver, más cuadros.
A trapper's hut. A trapper's hut. A hunting scene. A hunter's cabin. Antique hunting weapons. The Brackenstall family appear to be preoccupied with hunting.
No, ¿en serio? ¿Tú crees? Madre mía. Vale. Aquí está todo lo que falta, vamos a ver.
These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France.
Pues se las podían haber llevado, ¿eh?
These wine...
Ahí.
This
Esto.
candlestick is valuable.
¿Verdad? El candelabro no se lo han llevado. Veamos.
An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
Pues se podían haber llevado la caja entera, ¿no? No solamente...
A bottle of wine is missing here. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
Extraño. Una silla. ¿Atada? Ah, es donde ataron a la mujer, ¿no?
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
Nudos
This is the
marineros,
chair
¿eh?
that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
De acuerdo.
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there.
Pues podían haber ido tranquilamente.
A hunting scene. A fur trader's cabin.
Va casita, ¿eh? Por aquí nada. Vamos a ver. Qué gente van dejando las gafas tiradas por todos lados. Aquí hay una bonita caseta, que será el cobertizo que decían, ¿no? ¿Puedo abrir? No, no me deja abrir el cobertizo. Aquí hay un pozo. Que tampoco puedo hacer nada. Vale, pues... Parece que tendré que viajar ya, ¿no? Voy a hablar con Strath. De acuerdo, inspector.
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another day he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
Madre mía. Maldito. Tratar así a los perros. Estas son charlas. O sea que tengo que hablar algo con el servicio todavía.
Please leave
No.
my Mary alone.
Sí,
She suffered.
sí.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Your ladyship?
Please leave my Mary
Vale,
alone.
esta no me dice nada más, ¿no? Vale. Vamos a por Toby. Y en lo que vamos a ver. Esa es una posible... Uy, ay, ya la lié otra vez. A lo que estábamos. Si no, luego me pierdo. Vale. Vale. Veamos. ¿Quién es este pequeñito?
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case.
Qué majo.
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts. Let us see how the rope was cut. The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope. The fibers from this cut appear to be different. If I cut the rope with a knife, it... I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe...
Volvemos, venga. ¡Ay, qué majo! ¡Ay, qué chulo eres! ¡Ay, qué chulo eres! ¿Quién es mi perrito pequeño? ¡Ay! Busca.
Search, Toby.
Oh, ahora somos el perro. Oh, sí que llegan hasta el cobertizo.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware. The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
Pero sigue. Hasta el muro. Qué majo.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
Lo siento, es que me encantan los animales y
The criminals left the house through the French window.
todos.
They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
Vale, bueno, que...
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
Vale. Vamos al cobertizo y luego al pozo. Vamos, aquí es donde les vio
This
la
hook
muchacha,
might be useful.
el servicio.
Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved.
Este está desgarrado, parece, ¿no?
Small gardening tools, nothing of great interest. This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty.
Interesante. Vamos al pozo.
There's
Oh.
something glittering at the bottom there, but how can I reach it?
Quitamos el cubo, ponemos el gancho y venga, baja para abajo. Mira, la plata. No nos vamos a tener que ir muy lejos.
Silverware. This is hardly a coincidence. The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the
Vaya,
stolen
vaya, vaya.
silverware.
Un momento, ¿qué me dicen por aquí? ¿No hay otra mierda a la que jugar? Pues sí, hay más cosas a las que jugar, pero bueno, estos juegos de historias de investigación y eso también me molan. Vamos a hablar otra vez con la señora. A ver qué nos dice. ¿Por qué está la plata en su pozo?
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Your ladyship?
Teresa, ¿por qué estaba la plata en el pozo?
We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
Claro. Vamos a ver. No lo tengo nada claro, ¿eh? ¿Qué? ¿Qué me queda? Vamos a ver si puede ser esto. Me quedo todavía a hablar con Lestrade y decirle que he encontrado la plata.
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
Perhaps it
Efectivamente.
was used as a temporary hiding place, or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
Ah, los archivos. Na, 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 na. Siempre y cuando esto sea así. Pero si esto es así... Claro, no encaja. Solo por probar, ¿eh? A ver si esto... Esto sí, y eso también. No. Ha sido un golpe con atizador. Pero tiene que conocer a algún marinero. Vale, vamos allá. Pero sí, seguro que ella tenía algo que ver. A ver. No, 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 no. Bien, los periódicos. 1893. Este. La llegada del Rock of Gibraltar, el regreso de un navío. El Rock of Gibraltar, un carguero de la línea Adelaida, Southampton, Londres, edificio Cunard, James Street, Londres, ha vuelto de su viaje de 6 meses con escala en la India, Nueva Zelanda y Australia. De ahí venía ella. El buque transportaba a Inglaterra a la señorita Mary Fraser, heredera de la familia Fraser, propietaria de tierras y minas de estaño en Australia. Esta joven dama de gran belleza, según nos consta, está comprometida con Sir Eustace Brackenstall, uno de los hombres más adinerados de Kent.
Here it is.
Ajá. Vamos a buscar a Wiggins.
The shipping company, the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
Claro, que yo no me puedo hacer pasar por agente de Scotland Yard. Wiggins, ven aquí, majo.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893 and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Joder, los chavales. ¿Que ya les da la pasta al chaval?
I left it right on the table for you, sir.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
El asesinato fue el 7 de noviembre de 1894. Así que estos no han podido ser porque llegaron el 12 de noviembre de 1894, ¿no? A la siguiente. Londres, Inglaterra, llegada a Adelaida. A ver, que me estoy haciendo yo la picha un lío. Estos no pueden ser, porque estaban en camino. Estaban navegando. Aunque Herbert...
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list... This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Eso es. Se está embarcado, vale. 6 de mayo, llegaron el 12 de noviembre. Llegan el 12 de noviembre, o sea que este tampoco es.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be
Eso
involved.
es. Rust, otro.
This
Lo mismo con
officer is
este.
still at-
Henry, Nathan, Samuel L. Graham. Siguiente. Vale.
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
Este tampoco. Igual que el capitán que
This
está aquí.
officer wa-
Nos quedan dos, chavales. Jack Crocker sale el 10 de noviembre. O sea que podría ser este. No está Thomas.
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime.
Vamos a ver si está también Thomas Walker, que está aquí.
This officer is still at sea.
Uy.
Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
Muy bien. Pues sabemos a quién tenemos que buscar.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
Biggins. Ya sabes lo que te toca. Venga, otra media guinea.
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
Vamos a ver. Los morados, ¿por qué? Tinta de periódico. ¿Qué estabas leyendo, Rey? Las botas tan limpias. Hay un cuchillo, ¿eh?
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Atención, chavales, que
Yes,
podemos
I
tener
think
a
I do
nuestro
remember her,
sospechoso.
When I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... And what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right if there was no evidence.
What then?
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So...
Gato
it's a
marinero,
sailor
muy bien,
who's
Caro.
done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed, anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Shark. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night?
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
Nah, seguro que le obedece.
No, there is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
A ver. Si hago así, se desarrolla en que el asesino es el capitán. No, no, no. Si hago así... Habría que hacer así. Pero estas quedan sueltas. Y estas encajan todas. Pero un momento. Ya sé que se ha escondido la plata y esas cosas. ¿Qué creéis vosotros, chavales? ¿Será el capitán el culpable? ¿Estará por ahí la foto? No. Pues no hay foto. Me gustaría volver a ver la foto, pero me da a mí que no va a ser posible, ¿verdad? Vale, pues yo creo que ha sido el capitán. Sí. Yo creo que lo han matado porque la mujer estaba sufriendo maltratos y
Wiggins, could you
tal.
ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Nos va a tocar partirle la cara, me parece a mí. Chavales.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over.
Pa' que
I know
camines.
that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear, and it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Y ahí se viene. Hijo puta. No me esperaba eso. Toma.
You should have let me die. How can I live if Mary suffers?
I am sorry, Captain Crocker, but there has been quite enough death in this case.
Y no va a esparcir los sesos en mi casa, majo. ¿Qué esperas? ¿Que luego lo limpie yo? No, 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 no.
Inspector, I give you Sir Eustace's killer. He tried his best to perform his own justice.
Well, I'm not surprised. Yes, it was me. I confess.
Here is a piece of evidence that can be used in court.
Perfect. A case that went smoothly for once.
Sir Eustace fue asesinado por el capitán Jack Crocker, que estaba visitando a Lady Brackenstall aquella noche. Escenificaron un robo de la banda de los Randall. Crocker utilizó su cuchillo de marinero para cortar el cordón de la campanilla y atar con él a la Lady Brackenstall. Y tiró la plata al pozo. Cometió un crimen violento por el que se merece un castigo apropiado. Pistas ahí a las 16. Conclusión: el asesino es el capitán. Elección moral: arrestar al capitán Crocker. A la de 3, ya sabéis, pulso el espacio y desvelo si es correcta la conclusión. A la de 1, a la de 2, a la de 3. Correcto, correcto. Gente que solucionó el caso del mismo modo, 93%. Gente que hizo la misma elección moral, 34%. Gente que es un asesino. Por mucho que lo hiciera por... Oh, lo he hecho por amor. Es un asesino. Tiene que ir a la cárcel. También podríamos haberle dejado que se pegara un tiro, pero no me parece lo más correcto.
Holmes, for heaven's sake,
¿Ya?
whatever's going
¿Por qué hay
on?
tantas moscas?
Hello, Watson. You're early. Did you kill all of your patients?
What? Holmes,
Ah, son
where
abejas.
have all these wretched bees come from?
I increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. I needed to take a sample of honey. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey all year round.
Ridiculous and dangerous.
They're domestic bees, Apis mellifera, such industrious workers. Anyway, Watson, I am sorry, but I must leave you. I'm in rather a hurry.
You have a new case?
Yes, but nothing as thrilling as this experiment. A theft of plants at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. I'm helping a minister who's an old friend of mine. You can join me if you like.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours. Besides, you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson, however did you guess?
For the great Sherlock Holmes to bother with the theft of plants. Come on, admit that you're planning to spoil your little bees with some rare pollens.
Since when did I become so transparent? Let us go.
Vale, pues hasta aquí, chavales. Otro día seguimos con el siguiente caso, que creo que es el cuarto, quinto. Creo que es el quinto ya, de la serie. Entonces, bueno, aquí lo pondrá, ¿no? A ver. 1, 2, 3, 4, sí, el quinto ya. Muy bien. Pues para el siguiente caso, encontrar unas plantas robadas. Ya ves tú, los casos que lleva el señor Holmes. Muy bien. A todos, un saludo y hasta la próxima.